Today is Saturday, December 17th, 2016. This is Robbie Luckett. We are at the Smith Robertson Museum and Cultural Center in Jackson, Mississippi. Can you tell me your name?
Mae Dorothy Thompson.
And will you spell that for me?
Mae Dorothy Thompson.
And do I have your permission to record this interview?
Yes.
I'd like to know a little bit about how you grew up, who your parents were, and a little bit about your family.
I grew up in Luckett, Mississippi. And my father is Lillie Foster. My mother is Mae Colin Foster.
And what did they do?
Farm work on the plantation.
And were they sharecroppers?
Mm-hmm.
What did they farm? Cotton?
Cotton, corn, everything, potatoes, and all of it.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
Oh, Lord. My mother, she passed and she had 11 children. My father remarried, and in that marriage was 5 more born.
Wow. So 16 children.
11, my mother had 11, and then was 5 with 7 wives. Yeah.
And when were you born?
March 26, 1937.
And tell me a little bit about your life growing up and what you've done with your life.
Well, I went to grade school in Edwards. Didn't do nothing but finish 8th grade, got married early. We worked on a plantation, went to the field, picking cotton. I didn't get a chance to go to school very much, just we could go during the, after you got together in the crops and everything, way behind, but anyway. I married when I was 16, and I had 1 child.
And what did you do for a living? A farm?
Same thing. Went from that plantation to another one when I married. Farm, pick cotton, hoe.
And what was your experience with midwives?
Well, the midwife, when I got pregnant, she had delivered my child.
Who was that?
Miss Lillie Butler.
And what do you remember about Miss Butler?
She was we all attended the same church right in the neighborhood. She was a very, very nice lady. And when I went in labor on 4th of July, and I didn't, by being my first child, not knowing I was in labor, I thought, well, I done ate too much, and I was hurting, and I had ate too much, thought I had ate too much, so I went to my mother-in-law's house, and I told her, told her how I was hurting. She said, baby, you finna have this baby. I said, no, she not due until later on, in July. She said, where's Jimmy? That was her son. She said, where's your husband? I said, they went out. And she said, well, he got to get the midwife. So they got over him, and he went and got Miss Butler, Miss Lillie Butler. And she brought her back to the house. And as I was laying in the bed, and I was hurting Miss Lillie, I told her, I said, I done ate too much. I done ate too much. She said, no, you hadn't ate too much. You really hadn't ate too much. I was telling her how I was hurting. I got to get up. I got to vomit. No, lay in the bed. You can't get up and vomit. So I laid there. She was very nice, and so she went in. She was in the kitchen fixing her something to eat. I'm laying in the bed hurting. No, I got to get up. I got to get up. And so I tried to get up out of the bed, and my mother was there too, and they put me back in the bed. And after a while, here comes the baby.
And where did Miss Butler live?
Miss Butler lived about a mile and a half, maybe 2 from where I live up the road.
And your husband went and picked her up?
And he went to the man's place, plantation we were staying on, got the truck, and went and picked her up and brought her back in the truck. And so she delivered the baby. That was the baby was born 23 minutes after 2 o'clock. She stayed with me all day that day, the rest of the day. And so she left that evening. She came back the next day to check on me and see if everything was all right and everything. fix dinner for me. And that was it.
Did she have a uniform? What did she wear? What did she bring with her?
Well, yeah, she had a white dress and pre-bought a dress and a paint, a little briefcase with her scissors and her, you know, stuff where she stirred the wash and everything, you know, and put the water on the stove in the pot and heat it up.
And what year was this?
1954.
And were you delivered by a midwife?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about your mother had 11 children, and then your father had another 5. What do you remember about those midwives?
Well, I remember, the one that lived with me, her name was Sally Montgomery. And I think after that it was Mrs. Scott delivered the rest of them, I think. Well, I don't remember too very much about those because every time they go in labor, they send us off to a neighbor's house, you know, all the ones that after me.
So you said there was a midwife who lived with you?
No.
Oh, no, okay. But your brothers and sisters all delivered by midwives?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mother had all her kids at home.
Are-
My stepmother did too.
And are there stories you remember about midwives or hearing about midwives?
No more than my aunt. She was a midwife, and she lived in Norland, Mississippi. She was a midwife, and I just, you know.
What was your aunt's name?
Her name was Willie Mae McClinton. Oh yeah, let me back up a little bit. I wanted to, as I was growing up, I wanted to be a midwife, and a friend of mine was living with me. She came. Her parents died, really. She just came and started staying with me. She got pregnant and she was having her daughter. And me wanting to be a midwife, I want to try to be so brave and stand there and watch, you know, her have the baby. And she ran into some complication at the after birth got stuck. We had to call the doctor. And the little doctor, and it was Dr. Chrysler. He came out. And in the process of him getting the afterbirth, I couldn't take it. I wanted to be a midwife, but I couldn't take it. I fainted. I just passed out. He had to stop waiting on her and, you know, put the stuff on me to bring me back around. After that, no more midwife that I wanted to be. Not even watch, you know, what did happen. I couldn't take it. I thought, no, I wouldn't be able to.
That sounds like a remarkable experience.
It was too much for me to take. I mean, having the baby was all right, but then when the afterbirth, you know, and he was pulling on, you know, getting the afterbirth, and I just went out.
What do you remember about the midwives that you knew?
Well, the only one I really remember was Lillie Butler. You know, she was a real good church member, and she was, you know, really if she delivered your baby, she was gonna come back. Not only one day, she was gonna check, just steady check and you know, how you doing. And as the child grew up, this her child, and this child gonna have to do what she said do. You know, mind her. They be going up and down the street. She'll call them, come here. And every one of them respected her. Everyone in the neighborhood. Not only the kids that were grown up too. You know, the kids' parents.
And how did you pay her?
I paid her. She charged $25. I'm a member of the church. She did it for $15. And believe you me, we didn't have the $15. Paid her $5 this week and $5 next week. $15.
I bet that was her experience a lot. People probably didn't have the money right away, but
No, just my aunt said she have accepted something like, you know, gave her a pig or something like that, you know, because they didn't have the money.
what do you remember about your aunt?
I don't remember too much about her now. Charlene's supposed to be getting her daughter's supposed to be coming because they lived in northern Mississippi and we didn't travel there too much.
What other stories do you remember? Do you remember stories about midwives?
No, that's about it.
And when they were called, people went to their houses. How did they know about? I know your husband went and picked up the midwife.
That's the only way they could get them, you know. You had to go to their house, call. There wasn't no phone. You couldn't ask them. Didn't live close around. You called all you wanted, but you couldn't reach them because there wasn't no phone. We didn't have any phones in the house. You had to go. Half the time, didn't have no cars. Had to go find somebody to take you or whatever.
What's your child's name?
Dorothy. Well, my name back of mine. Mae Dorothy, and her father turned it around, named her Dorothy Mae. She passed last year in December. She's a deaf mute. She passed last year in December. That's when we rather, kind of shaky.
Yeah, I understand. I'm so sorry.
I only had one.
Well, and did she live with you?
Oh, she got married, and she got married, and she had 3 kids.
Wow.
My husband was a twin, and I wanted twins, and she had the twins that I didn't have. So she had 3 kids. She got married to a guy that she went to school with. He was a deaf mute, and she had 3 kids.
And where did they live?
Well, one is home with me, and the other one married in Florence. And the baby girl is married in Japan with her husband. He's in the army.
Did they go to school for the deaf here?
Well, no, one of them, all 3 of them went to school to take it up, to communicate with their parents. But one, she teaches the baby girl, and one in Japan, she went to school for, sign language.
What about your daughter?
Oh yeah, both of them, her and her both graduated from school for the deaf here in Jackson.
So do you speak American Sign Language?
Very little. I can communicate with them, I can do some, but not really. I can do it in the alphabet, my grandkids tell me, Mama, you're going the long way around, the long way. I say, well, I'm going the way I learned it, I can do the alphabet, but not all of the sign language.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had an amazing family.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Only thing, I missed out on the twins. My daughter had the twins that I wanted, but I wound up with them.
Did you try to have other children?
I tried, but never did have one. I went out and adopted some. I got my husband's, 2 of my husband's sister kids. I raised them along with my daughter. Then a friend of mine, my daughter had a deaf friend. She was a deaf mute, and I got her son when he was 3 months old. And I raised him, so I tell the people, I just count them as my kids. I only had one. And I always say I got 4 kids. And good gobs of grandkids. Great grands, I mean.
Well, that sounds like a blessing.
Yeah, grands and great grands.
What else would you like to share? Is there any stories that you came that you wanted to tell?
No, that's about it.
Well, I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. This was wonderful.
Oh, you're welcome. All the mistakes I made because I was nervous and depressed. Because this is tomorrow. On the 28th of this month.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Very, very sorry for you. I am glad that you were here today.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Glad I was able to come.